Welcome back to part 3 of the coolest electric rides at CES. We have the AOTOS D2 Pro. This is a pit bike style electric motorcycle that weighs 128 pounds. It has a range of 34.5 miles and a battery of 60 volts, 30 amp hours. It's got a rated motor of 2000 watts and peak motor of 4500 watts. It's got a peak torque of 41 Newton meters. And it's got front and rear hydraulic disc brakes, as well as hydraulic spring suspensions. It's got a top speed of 50 miles per hour. And it's got a wheel set of 17 inches in the front and 14 inches in the rear. Next up, we have the AOTOS D2. This is the non-pro version, has a range of 28 miles and a battery of 48 volts and 26 amp hours. It's got a rated motor of 1500 watts and a peak motor of 3000 watts with a torque of 36 Newton meters. It also has hydraulic spring suspensions and the front and rear hydraulic disc brakes. It's got a top speed of 40 miles per hour and a 14-inch wheel in the front and 12-inch in the rear. AOTOS also has a Snowmobile electric scooter. It's called the GT01. It's got a range of 17 miles with a battery of 48 volts and 30 amp hours. It's got a motor of 1000 watts and it has front and rear disc brakes. And for tires, it doesn't have tires. It uses injection molded snowboard in the front and nylon mesh rubber track in the rear. It's got a top speed of 9.5 miles per hour and an IPX5 rating. This is one of the most interesting electric scooters at CES. Next up, we have the AOTOS EB03. This is a futuristic looking motorcycle slash electric bicycle. It's got a range of 70 miles and a 48 volt battery. It's got a rated power of 1200 watts and a peak power of 2000 watts. It's got 20-inch by 4-inch fat tires, front and rear hydraulic suspensions, front and rear hydraulic disc brakes. It's got a top speed of 28 miles per hour. And the chassis of the bike is made out of aluminum. The battery is IPX6 water resistant. It has 4G GPS as well as Apple Find My. It's got tire pressure monitoring as well as keyless unlock. So next up, we have the NAVEE UT5 Ultra X. This is their flagship model that really looks like the SEGWAY Pt.3 Pro. This electric scooter is inspired by a supercar design. It's got aerodynamic styling and race-grade engineering. It's got a top speed of 43 miles per hour, 75 miles of range, dual 4200 watt motor, and a max incline of 46% grade. It's got front and rear hydraulic suspension, a trailing arm design in the front wheel, and extreme acceleration from 0 to 12 miles per hour in 1.98 seconds. It's got a 12-inch wide self-healing tires, as well as front and rear hydraulic disc brakes. It's got TCS, traction control system, and frame-mounted security lock. It also has something called NSA system, which is an intelligent driving assistance. One of the things I noticed when I was riding the Ultra X is its unparalleled stability. The scooter feels like it's got some sort of gyroscopic effect that's hard to tip over. So the scooter feels extremely stable at low speeds when you're making sharp maneuvers. Next up, we have the UT5 Max. And the UT5 Max is basically the single wheel version of the UT5 Ultra X. It has a top speed of 31 miles per hour, range of 62 miles, and a single 2400 watt motor. It has a max incline of 39% grade. Still looks very cool in my opinion. Next, we have the off-road electric scooters from NAVEE. This is the NT5 Ultra X. NT5 Ultra X has a 40 mile per hour top speed, 56 miles of range, dual 1200 watt motors, and a 45% grade max incline. The NT5 Ultra X does look a lot like certain other brands' off-road electric scooter, but I think it looks just as great. It's got dual disc brakes and EABS, it's got a 330-pound payload capacity, and it's got front telescopic suspension along with rear damping arm suspension. It's also got a 6-watt auto-sensing headlight. Really like the design of this electric scooter. And of course, with any dual version of the electric scooter, there's always a single wheel version, the NT5 Max. The NT5 Max is just like the NT5 Ultra X, except it's a single wheel scooter. It's got a top speed of 31 miles per hour, 50 miles of range, but it's got a 1900 watt rear motor and a 32% grade max incline. Next up, we have the NAVEE Racing 120. This looks almost exactly the same as the Emotion RS. It's got a top speed of 75 miles per hour, a range of 100 miles, and dual motors that run at 4200 watts. It's got a max incline of 50% grade, and has the same adjustable height, along with powerful hydraulic disc brakes. So why should you buy this for the Emotion version? To be honest, I like the color scheme on this one a lot. I really love the gold and black look. What do you think? Next up, we have CUNOFE scooters. CUNOFE is a manufacturer. They actually make scooters for Awesome and Coherent. A lot of the models on the floor are actually recognizable Awesome and Coherent scooters. But there's some that I've never seen before. So let's go over these. First, we have the CUNOFE G5. This is the most powerful one in their lineup. It is quite big. It's about the size of a motorcycle. And it's got dual 2500 watt motors, 72 volt 40 amp hour battery, 13-inch tires, hydraulic disc brakes, and roughly about 65 miles per hour. It's got a range of also 65 miles. It looks very impressive in person, and it costs somewhere around $1,000 something if you get it from the factory, so it's incredibly cheap. Next up, we have the T5. The T5 has dual 1500 watt motors. It is a 60 volt 35 amp hour scooter that uses 11-inch tires, and it uses oil disc brakes. It sells roughly about 55 miles per hour and has a range of 70 to 80 kilometers. This scooter also looks very impressive in person and has Bluetooth speakers in the front as well. They also have a bunch of other scooters from the Kukirin and the Awesome lineup, but I'm just going to skip that. But these do look like just standard offerings. Next up, we have the CUNOFE X1. This does look like a Kukirin rebadge. So basically Kukirin purchased these bikes from this factory and kind of rebadged it, right? But if you buy it directly from the manufacturer, it's going to be a lot cheaper. This has a 48 volt 20.8 amp hour lithium battery, and the wheel set is 14 in the front, 12 in the rear. It uses disc brakes and has spring suspension. It's got a max speed of 85 kilometers per hour and a range of 40 kilometers. And also next up is the X3 electric dirt bike. This one has a motor power of 6500 watts. It's got a battery capacity of 72 volt 35 amp hour lithium battery. It's got 19-inch tires both in the front and in the rear. Uses disc brakes and have spring shock suspensions. It's got a range of 60 kilometers. I'll post the website and the contact person down below, but I think if you want some cheap deals directly from the manufacturer, this is the way to go. I was able to get to CES 2026 with my airline approved electric skateboard. This is the EXWAY Wave. This is currently the most powerful electric skateboard that you can carry on an airplane with a removable battery and removable ESC. It fits in your backpack and you can quickly take it out and get you from point A to point B. More information down below.
So this is MUXI. It's our little short tail. This one has a lot of the aftermarket accessories already mounted to it. This one's a little bit more stripped down. This is a 750 watt motor that'll take you up to 55 miles. Some of the different pieces that you can get for it is the aftermarket mirror, the aftermarket fender kit. This is an aftermarket front basket and an aftermarket passenger kit that comes with a seat, wheel guards, and pegs. All pretty plug and play, ready to, they're class 2, and I just have to put a little caveat on that. There are different laws by state, so it's only by which state you're in and what's allowed. We have geofencing for California that won't allow you into a class 2. The most interesting features on this bike is it has TCS. So it actually has traction control.
Oh, okay.
And it also has hill descent control, and it also has hill start assist. All of those are more meaningful when you're on a bike that you're going to be loading down. And the capacity of this bike, it'll take over 400 pounds, which means it'll haul quite a bit of stuff. Yeah. Your passenger can be up to 120 pounds. And so all of those features like TCS, hill assist, are really important when you have that much weight on the bike with you to, keep you in control. Yeah. And then just like the Mayon, it's ready to accept the seat post and the radar aftermarket, and then you're ready to go. And we also have a gyroscope, which is a little bit unique.
Gyroscope, could you explain that?
Yes. Well, the gyroscope comes into it because it basically acts like an incline meter. Our bikes are super smart. The algorithms that actually control them are taking all of this information in from all those sensors. Yeah. So the gyroscope is actually kind of acting in a predictive way when you're climbing for adaptive power boost, if you will. And because it's direct drive too, it's also regenerating, same with Mayon. So when you're rolling downhill and you're braking, you're actually also doing some amount of regeneration in that process.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And then, have you seen or looked at this wonderful thing?
The
Saber.
Tell me more.